guys. Hey everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. We're going to be talking about Teen Mom star Ashley Jones, Ashley Siren. I've heard her called both last names. I'm not really for sure what her actual last name is, but Ashley from Teen Mom, she started off on 16 and Pregnant. She was involved in an incident months ago where her then estranged husband, Fariki Smith, flew to her house after seeing photos of her on Instagram with her new boyfriend. He flew to her house, waited for her. When she came home that next morning, he refused to let her leave the house, made violent threats, allegedly had a weapon, from my understanding. He was charged with kidnapping, some other charges. Honestly, I remember when this was initially reported, it was like he's looking at 15 years in jail. Ooh, my under eye makeup looks vastly different. Look, this one goes all the way to the middle eye. This one only goes to right here. I'm sorry, guys. If that's throwing you off because you have like OCD or something, I was about to say OCDC. If you're OCD, kind of like I am a little bit, and that's throwing you off, I apologize, and I will have it fixed before the next video. Um, Either way, he served 8 months and was just released. So we're gonna go over some articles because I'm a little shocked and not gonna lie. I wonder how Ashley feels about this. Ashley hasn't made a comment about this, but I definitely like it makes me a little nervous for her because I know Ashley tries to put Holly, her needs, her wants, her desires first in as much as she possibly can. I know that Ashley had already started like communicating with Bar so Bar could talk to Holly because they have their daughter Holly, and Bar, whatever, despite whatever goes on with the Bar, he has always been like super active in Holly's life. Like, he was there from day one. When Ashley was in college and doing everything that she was doing, Bar stayed home with their daughter a lot, and he was the one doing like the day-to-days with Holly. So Holly was like super close to Bar. And on like the most recent episodes of the show, I don't think it's come out yet. Bar's mom talked about it. That's right. Bar's mom, Shin, she talked about how Ashley had like set up like video visitation, and then Ashley come out to say that it was for Holly, that it wasn't for her. So let's get into you guys. We're gonna read a couple of articles. Yes, it says the way my jaw dropped and my eyes popped out of my head seeing the video title. So scared for Ashley. And I don't. B, did I share this in our chat? I don't know if I shared this in the chat because actually, if y'all notice, sometimes I'm late to a few lives. It's not because I'm just sitting here twiddling my thumbs. It's because I'm like typing the tags. I'm trying to share it everywhere that I need to share it because I have to share it like 6 different places. So I swear, if it's like 4 minutes late, don't think I forgot about y'all. I'm literally trying to like share it everywhere. I do apologize. There is some sort of like protective order in place. He's not allowed to contact her outside of like Holly, from my understanding. So we're going to read the Sun, which was the first outlet to report on this, and then we're going to read the Ashley because some of it is redundant, but there is some new info in one of these, I do believe. I was kind of scanning over both of them. All right, so Teen Mom's Bar Smith freed from jail after just 8 months for kidnapping his ex, Ashley Jones. He must abide by strict rules. That's true, Colby. I didn't be. I just looked. So I think it was on July 7th. Barr held his estranged wife hostage in her Las Vegas apartment. The Sun can exclusively reveal that as of Friday, March 14th, Barr, who is just 28 years old, was released from a California jail after being transferred following months in lockup in Las Vegas. So he was in jail in Vegas over this situation. He got out on March 12th, but officers were there waiting on him and took him to a California jail where he served like 2 days. Was he on drugs at the time? I don't know, but I would have to imagine that anybody that would, do the things that he did would do that either B, due to mental health problems, are on drugs, right? I don't think anybody in their right mind would do this unless, well, there are those, what's it called? Where like if you walk in on your spouse cheating and you kill your spouse and they're the person they're cheating, what crime of passion? But a crime of passion is really where in the moment, like you catch your person and in the moment you just like lose control and go off. The law does recognize crime of passion, but this is like he thought this one out. I mean, he literally said the whole flight, contemplating his decision, thinking like, I'm about to go over there, I'm gonna get in her apartment. Like, my thing is like, what if she would have been there? What was gonna happen if she would have been there? Did he go and knock? Like, hey, let me in, I want to talk to you. Or did he go and break in? Like, I don't even know. I mean, we know he got in, but did he think she was gonna be there? And then did he knock like, "Hey, Ashley, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Like, I'm upset. Let me talk to you. You got a new boyfriend. Let's work it out." Or did he get there and like sneakily like observe the apartment and then sneakily like find his way in and like tiptoed around the house to realize that she wasn't there and then was like, I'm gonna hide until she pops back up, because those things make a difference in how he went about it. Either way, he told her, he emailed her saying like, I'm coming. And that was something that she presented in court where she showed the email where he was like going off on her over this new guy and was like, "Oh, I'm coming." Like, so, anyways, all right. It says, according to a court update, Barr was released because his sentence was officially served. Barr faces strict rules connected to his release and his plea deal. If he has any further DV charges within the next 7 years, he could face increasingly severe penalties. Now, he was looking at, they thought he was looking at 15 years over just this. Like I said, I remember when it first came about, it's like Barr facing 15 years in prison and he got a whole 8 months. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all, I know somebody that got pulled over and had marijuana in the car with them and a purse that had some things in the purse. And because it was a guy driving, they charged him with like theft because they were like, that purse is not yours. Like you stole whatever was in there. And it was his girlfriend's stuff. His girlfriend had to go write a statement saying, that was my purse. Those were my kids' rubber boots in the car. Like, they tried to say that everything that was in the car that he stole, like kids' rubber boots, it was like the craziest thing. But he did have marijuana on him. And his girlfriend went and wrote a statement saying, those were my kids' rubber boots. That was my this, that was my that. Like, that he was in my car. He was on his way back to pick me up from work. Like, the marijuana wasn't mine, but everything else was mine. It was not stolen. And this dude is still in jail. Still in jail. Still in jail. And he's been in jail for like probably 5 months or something like that over theft and marijuana. And the theft wasn't even, it was his girlfriend's. I mean, it's the justice, our judicial system is there's nothing, there's no justice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just wild. So let's continue. So he could face okay. Let me see. Severe penalties if he has any DV charges within the next 7 years. He including fines up to $5,000 and 6 years in prison. In addition to agreeing to avoid trouble, Barr also agreed to complete substance abuse evaluations, parenting classes, and to adhere to a no contact order with Ashley. Barr was only briefly held in the local California jail after being transferred there last week on a warrant related to the gun charges in the Golden State. Oh, those are cute. I like those nails. Barr was picked up by the California authorities on March 12th after he was released from Clark County Detention Center in Las Vegas. More than likely he knew this. More than likely he knew, I'm going to get out and I actually won't be released. I will be picked up by California authorities. He had a fugitive case out in California. They came to pick him up. So before he kidnapped Ashley in Nevada, Barr was already in hot water with California cops after he discharged a firearm at her college graduation party in the state in California back in 2021, which was a big thing as well. However, it was kind of like when it happened, he was arrested, and it was like, oh, he accidentally fired his gun at at her college graduation party. It was an accident. Jocelyn says, "How's this going to work when they share a child?" Ashley's mom can't stand Bar, so it could work potentially. I don't know this for sure, but it could work the way Amber Portwood and Andrew Glennon's situation worked for a while. So because she had committed DV against Andrew Glennon, and there was a protective order in place for a moment, they could only communicate through this app, like the Family Wizard or whatever. And so that app is monitored to where your communication is monitored. Thank you so much, Jocelyn, for the super sticker. I do appreciate that. And that's a good question. So more than likely it is they may set something up like that to where they can only talk via this app. The app is monitored. He's not allowed to contact her in any other way. However, that will be at like her like she will be the one responsible for if he does reporting that. So if Ashley decides, you know what, I know there's an RO, but like I don't want to talk through the stupid app where they are watching everything that we say. So we can talk. Yeah, we'll talk on the app every once in a while in regards to Holly. That way they see that we're talking about Holly through there. But if she decides that she's okay with talking to him through just regular text messages and then something happens, um, she could they could say, well, you violated the restraining order as well. Hopefully, this is what will be set in place. There will be something set in place to where they can only speak through an app that is monitored. That way, anything that he says, it can be monitored. I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. Um, can you can you accidentally fire a gun? I really don't know. Yeah, you can. It depends on the type of gun. I'm not very knowledgeable when it comes with guns, but I do know. Yes, there's been people that's accidentally shot themselves before. There was a cop that accidentally shot a person that. Gosh, I shouldn't laugh about that. It was actually funny watching it back. Even like the guy that this happened to, like shared a video about it, and so there was a man that got pulled over, and he had like his gun on his hip, whatever, and he had a license to carry, and this female officer was trying to get the gun off because he was very like, they're like, "Do you have any weapons?" He's like, "Yep, I got my gun on my hip." And they're like, "Can you step out so we can disarm you?" He's like, "Yep, no problem. Like, you ain't got to worry about me. Like, I'm not trying to hurt nobody. Like, my hands are going to," and they're like, "We're going to disarm you. Is that okay?" He's like, "Absolutely." And so it's a man and a woman there, a man and a woman police officer. And the woman goes to like try to disarm, like take the gun, and she fires it and it shoots the guy in the kneecap. So there's many stories of like someone accidentally firing off a weapon. I do think it's harder for certain weapons, but we did find out that Barr did not accidentally fire his weapon back then. That because when Ashley's mom called 911 on the date of this particular incident, the kidnapping, I want to say she said something along the lines of like he's already shot at her house. What actually happened was like her graduation party after cameras left, her and Barr got into it and he fired the weapon off intentionally. However, it was covered up to say that it was an accident to kind of cover for Barr. From my understanding, what I've heard. Let's continue, and then we'll listen to the 911 call to where her mom called the police when she found out that Barr was there with Ashley. All right, Barr had a warrant out for him in California for not showing up to court for the charges, connected with that incident, the accidental fire of the weapon. Me and Grace have not did our live yet. We're trying to knuckle down a time that we could do it. Barr's most recent arrest occurred in Nevada in July 2024. That was the kidnapping with Ashley. He agreed to a plea deal last month after spending 8 months in jail for assaulting Ashley at her home in Las Vegas. Court documents show that on February 28th, Barr pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor charge of battery constituting DV connected to the alarming July 7th incident. During the incident, he willfully and unlawfully used force or violence against Ashley and blocked the doors to prevent her from leaving. As part of the court's ruling, Barr was sentenced to 6 months in the Clark County Detention Center and 1 year probation. That is insanity. Willfully and unlawfully used force or violence against his wife. This is DV against your wife. Black doors to prevent her from leaving. And he was sentenced to 6 months and 1 year probation. That is insanity. Meanwhile, you got somebody in jail for their girlfriend's belongings. You know what I'm saying? Like, the July 7th confrontation occurred after Barr allegedly saw Instagram photos of Ashley with her new boyfriend. This was on Instagram. This reportedly led him to cross state lines for what authorities described as a terrifying encounter. During the July 7th incident last year, Ashley contacted her mother and expressed concerns that Barr might be in her apartment. She told her mom to call the police if she was right. When Ashley opened the door to her home, her mom, who was on the phone with Ashley, heard Barr in the background say, "Hello, baby mama." And Ashley responded, "Hello, baby daddy." And the phone disconnected because at that point, Barr grabbed the phone and hung the phone up. And that's when Ashley's mom called the police. When cops knocked on the door, they heard a male voice claiming that they had the wrong apartment, which the officers knew was not true. Eventually, Ashley came out the door and confirmed that Barr was inside and was refusing to leave. Ashley told the police that when she entered her home, her ex was waiting on her couch and demanded to be taken to her new boyfriend's home. When she refused, he allegedly threatened her, say something again and I will break your effing jaw. She told the responding officers she believed him due to his violent past with her and was afraid for her life and her well being. He then allegedly moved 2 bar stools and put them in front of the door, telling his estranged wife, "If you're not leaving with me, you're not leaving, period." Ashley filed for divorce on August 1st and requested sole custody of their daughter, Holly Isabella Lockett. The divorce was dismissed after both parties failed to attend a hearing in late 2024. Okay, we're going to listen to the 911 call real quick. You guys, I have been dealing with a horrible earache that actually has the whole side of the right side of my face hurting. It feels like I have an earache and a tooth infection. Like that's what it feels like because I actually have an ear infection. So it's like coming so far down that it feels like I have a toothache as well. It has been literally last night. I was like contemplating. No, that sounds not that. Not just my life in general. Like this is horrible pain. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh my goodness. Like I literally contemplated asking Sean to like pop me upside the head with a frying pan or something because oh my goodness. I've went to the doctor 3 times. I've been on 2 different antibiotics. I've been referred to an ENT and now I'm waiting for that. And I can't put any drops in my ear because I have a hole in my eardrum. So I have a hole in my eardrum that will not close. And now I have a middle ear infection. So I can't put drops in there because there's a hole in there. And I've been taking ibuprofen 600 like every 4 to 6 hours, and it's just horrific. It's bad. All right, so this is the 911 call, you guys.
We're sitting outside, but we need somebody to this address fast. My daughter just got home. Her estranged husband was sitting in her house, and the phone disconnected. There's a restraining order. We're not even supposed to be in this state.
Hold on. What's the apartment number?
I don't know her apartment number, but we're sitting right here in front of the door. I don't know. I can't get into security. I can't get into the gate. But he was inside of her house. He walks in the door. He was sitting inside of her house. He's not even supposed to be in this state. Somebody, please come help, please.
Okay, what's your daughter's name?
Ashley Jones. This dude has guns. This dude carry guns. He's already shot up her house. So much other stuff is going on. Please come help my daughter.
Yeah, I've already got a call, ma'am. I need you to just try and settle down, okay? I gotta ask you some questions while they drive to you. What is your name?
My name is Cecilia Jones. I'm sorry, Cecilia Tassel.
How do you spell your first name?
Tasheilisa.
And what's your phone number?
They edited out the phone number.
How to get inside?
Okay, well, I already have the call, and we're gonna get officers over there to come talk to you. What kind of car are you in?
I am in a BMW. I am in a gray BMW. Parked in a dealer. We're right here in the front.
And how long ago did you talk to your daughter?
I talked to her probably 10 minutes ago.
Okay. And she's
He's
not.
got a long record. He's on parole. He's not even supposed to be here. He's got guns on him. And I am scared.
I understand. And you said you haven't heard from your daughter since you last talked to her.
No,
That's
she
right now.
told me on her way home, she said, Mom, if he's in my house, hang up and call the police immediately. And now we are here calling the police immediately. Please get here.
I understand. They're driving to you right now. Okay, they're already coming. What is the husband's name?
His name is Barwiki Smith. They're estranged. They're going through a divorce as we speak.
And you said he
And,
shot at her
and,
before.
and I'm being told to tell you that she is a celebrity. We do television. We are on TV. We work for MTV. We work for MTV. Please, we are celebrities. Please.
Okay. And you said that he has shot at her apartment before.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
Yes, he has fought all of us. Her dad, me, her brother, her sister. He's dangerous. We're done with it. We're done. My daughter is done. We're done.
Ma'am, I already have officers coming there right now. They're coming as quick as they can. Okay. I'm just gonna stay on the. It's just drive time to get to you. They're coming from Gibson and American Pacific, so they're not too far from you. I'm just gonna stay on the phone with you until the officer gets to
Okay,
you.
American
Nope, you
Pacific.
hear from her.
Okay, American Pacific. Okay, we're right here with Ram.
Yeah. So just let me know when you see the officer, and just tell me if you hear from your daughter before they get to you. Okay.
Okay.
What's your daughter's
I'm
phone
at
number?
her door. Yeah, I don't even see Ashley's car. Where the fuck is her car? I don't even see her.
You're at her door. What's the apartment number?
I'm going up to it right now.
Could you imagine the
Close the door
fear
now.
as a mom? Oh,
I'm scared to go in here. This dude is violent.
What? Yeah, I don't want you to go in and put yourself in any danger. That's the officer's
I'm going
gonna.
to stop this for just a second. There's a couple of things that people, her bring. Look, she said, I'm supposed to tell you we're celebrities. Please, we work for MTV. We're celebrities. I thought one or two things when I heard that maybe Ashley said, if you call 911, tell them we're celebrities. So maybe they won't make the call public. I don't know. A lot of times celebrities, they don't want their dirty laundry aired. So they may request like, hey, we're famous. Can you like keep this under wraps, whatever. So I was like, maybe Ashley was like, hey, if you do have to call, tell them we're celebrities. So try to be discreet. I don't know if maybe that was like the point, or maybe she thought if she told them they were celebrities, it would be like, oh, these people are famous. Let's get somebody out there quick. Because if we don't get somebody out there quick, they have a big platform that can, where they can talk about how the Clark County Sheriff's Department, they called 911 reporting this, and the Clark County Sheriff's Department, took 30 minutes to get there. So I feel like there was something to it that maybe it was either hoping that will get them to hurry because they're celebrities, they have a big platform, and they could talk bad about them if they don't work in a timely manner, whatever. Or like, hey, try to be discreet. We're celebrities, whatever. Also, she's like, I don't want to go in here. And he tells her, no, we don't want your pictures. And this is probably so stupid on my behalf, but I have a daughter that's about to be 20. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, if that was her and I knew, like, I was on the phone with her and she's like, I'm scared my ex is here. That is literally abusive to me. And I heard him, I would fly my way to that house. Yes, I would call the cops, but I would probably bring some sort of tool, like a machete, like an axe, a tomahawk, something to where when I got to that house, if the door was locked, I could literally chop that door down and I would literally be on the other side. I don't even know. Like, I'm coming in, I'm gonna kill, like, I would probably be losing my mind trying to get to my child because I'm one of those moms that, like, you come for my kid, I'm coming for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. Yeah, I would pull an Amber when it comes to somebody messing with my kids. Dang, I thought I fixed the eye situation. It's this eye on the ear that hurts. Okay. Exactly. I would take something. Or you know what? I would have Sean come with me and we would load up, with the pew pews. Like, I understand her being like, I don't want to go in here. He's dangerous. But I'm putting myself in that situation and I would be like, I'm breaking the door down to get to her. So that's kind of, different than my, the way that I would feel, but whatever.
I'm gonna go in there for you. But I need to know what apartment number it is. I have multiple officers coming.
Oh, that was the end of it. I'm sorry, guys. I tried to fix my eye makeup so you guys didn't have to look at this jankiness. But so, got a CCW. I'm going in for, yeah, exactly. Like, I'm coming for you. Like, bar better fear me. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's see. Mama and daddy's coming. All right, here we go. Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy how he cheats on her and she leaves him, and then he behaves like that when she moves on. Exactly. Oh, thank you guys. Let's see. The next chapter, Bar Smith released from jail after spending over 7 months incarcerated. So this report says 7. The other one says 8. I guess maybe it was 7.5. I don't know. Either way, it's ridiculous for somebody to commit that crime against their spouse, put that kind of instill that kind of fear in their spouse. I'm sure Ashley has PTSD from this. I'm sure she is traumatized from this. There's no telling how long she will suffer with some sort of trauma due to that happening. And he gets, 7 months. Like, what in the world? Me and my 4 eyebrows have been sprung from that's funny. So he's no longer behind bars. Barr, who is the baby daddy of Ashley Jones, emerged from a California jail on Friday after spending more than 7 months locked up after being arrested in July on multiple felony and misdemeanor charges, including kidnapping, for allegedly holding Ashley hostage in her Las Vegas apartment. The Ashley previously reported the Barr accepted a plea deal in late February, pleading nolo contender to a misdemeanor charge. Why is it in Spanish or something? Anyways, is that Spanish? To a misdemeanor charge of battery constituting DV. The rest of his charges, 3 felonies, were dismissed. Does he have the same judge that Ryan Edwards has? Like, oh, it's Latin. Oh, I did know that. I did know that, like our judicial system uses Latin for some reason. Like, I think like our ad litem, what else is Latin stuff? Anyways, 3 felonies were dismissed. He was sentenced to 6 months in jail, which he had already served, and 1 year of informal probation. The Sun broke the news last week. Barr, who had been in jail in Las Vegas, where the incident with Ashley took place, was first moved to a California jail on March 12th. The day he was released from the detention center in Las Vegas, he was picked back up by California authorities due to a fugitive case he had pending in California that's regarding the gun charges. Barr was only kept in the California jail for 2 days before he was released Friday, March 14th. While Barr is a free man, he must follow strict terms of his probation unless he wants to go back to living 3 hots in a cot lifestyle. That's what my mom always says, 3 hots in a cot. In order to stay on the right side of the law, Barr must not receive any more DV charges within the next 7 years. Should he become entangled in another DV situation, he could face fines and up to 6 years in prison. In addition, Barr must take parenting classes, complete substance abuse evaluations and treatment, and should it be deemed necessary following the evaluations. So complete substance abuse evaluations and then treatment if the evaluations deem he needs the treatment. Melissa, I saw your email and I'm good, girl. It was just, don't worry about it. It's good. I'm good. I just didn't have time to respond. I got it when I was in the middle of working. He must also have no negative contact with Ashley. The ex's shared daughter, Holly, whom Ashley filed for full custody of last year during her divorce filing. The divorce case was dropped after Ashley failed to show up to court in November. And I do think Ashley commented, he's not back in jail. He's out. So he went to jail in California for 2 days. He's been released from California as well. So Ashley addressed like the divorce situation, like she had filed, and she didn't. Oh, she got there late. That's what it was. She got to the hearing late and they had already like dismissed it. So then she had to like, and she said, like, I'm the only one here, like, taking care of my kid, trying to do everything that I got to do with my classes or whatever. So, like, by the time I got Holly to where she needed to be and I got to court, I was just late and they had already like dropped it. So I had to turn around and refile. So she did address that and did, let it be known that it wasn't that she absolutely failed to show up. She just got there late. He probably became an informant. Woo! Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate that. Earlier this month, there was some movement in the divorce case, with it being reassigned from vacant status to a specific Clark County judge. The divorce case is still open as of press time. Ashley has yet to publicly comment on Barr's release. I'm very curious how she feels about this. Barr is next due back in court in Las Vegas later this week for a status check hearing on an appeal he has pending with the Supreme Court. He will also be back on May 29th, where a status check hearing will be done to make sure he's fulfilling his probation requirements. Although Barr's mom, Shen Williams, is usually very outspoken when it comes to Barr, she has yet to publicly comment about her son's release from jail. However, when Barr entered his plea for the battery charge and was sentenced, Shen took to social media telling fans she told y'all he was coming home, referring to Barr presumably receiving a lighter sentence than what some had anticipated, because literally it was said he was facing like 15 years. Shen then went on to accuse MTV and Viacom of making up some of the charges against her son, warning both companies that they were going to hear about it from her. Shen, I hate to tell you, they don't care. MTV don't care. They have plenty of lawyers that will deal with anything. Shen has been outspoken about her feelings that Barr was wrongfully charged following the DV incident with Ashley in July. I told y'all this was not stalking, abuse, nothing, shaking my head. They made it up and MTV bought it, but Viacom is going to hear about it. They settled my case out of court. Let the games begin. Do y'all really think those were real charges? Shen asked her fans on social media. They were blown up and trumped up for Ashley's storyline and to write my son out. They faked them just for committing perjury in the courtroom against me. Shen assured fans, when we're done with this frivolous case for a storyline, Shen assured fans, we are done with this frivolous case for a storyline and vowed to expose the truth and the real evil behind closed doors. To the Ashley's knowledge, no truth about the real evil behind closed doors has been exposed by Shen as of press time. Oh, thank you, Sandra. Oh, hey, Sandra. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. So, this happened in July when they weren't even filming. There was no filming. Ashley was, living her regular, smegular life. And there's an email that Ashley showed to the courts where Barr emailed her saying, like, oh, I'm coming. Like, I'm coming there. Tell your man, like, to get ready. I'm coming. And so that's why Ashley thought, like, he could potentially come, because he emailed her telling her that he was. Now, yes, MTV did have Ashley, like, reenact her pulling up at her house on the phone with her mom saying, like, I got this email from Barr saying he was about to pop up. Like, if he's here, I want you to call the cops. That was a reenactment. It showed Ashley on the phone with her mom, walking up, to her apartment, walking in. And then you hear Ashley say, like, that was all reenacted. Yes. But the police showed up to, like, what really happened. Like, the police were there. If this was all fake for ratings, then how did Barr end up in the house with a weapon, with the door barricaded shut? Like, he had to be in on the storyline. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a storyline. Like, maybe MTV blew it up to be more than what it was, but, like, there are active police reports that state, like, these officers that have to write the reports of, when we got there at this time, this is what happened. Like, Ashley wrote her statement that, Ashley wrote her statement that this is what happened. So, anyways, what was dropped, April? I'm so sorry. Did they get a divorce yet, or is it still pending? It's still pending. I know, baby. Yeah, it was. So I'm shocked that he did not get more time. I am shocked that we know people that can, get pulled over for marijuana and serve more time than something like this. That is really scary. It was dry. She didn't go to court. It's been refiled, April. I mentioned that a minute ago. So the date of their hearing actually got there late, and she addressed that on like a live, like on a TikTok live or Instagram live. She said that she just got there late, and by the time she got there, they had already like dismissed it. But she talked about how like she's like, I'm here by myself. I don't have any help. I guess her mom was already gone doing her job on the cruise. So she's like, here I am, like trying to take care of everything. By the time I got Holly to where she needed to be, and I got there, I was running behind, and the judge had already dismissed it. So I had to turn around and refile. So it has been refiled. Yeah, Heather. I think so. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you so much. Oh, okay, gotcha. But anyways, you guys, so I'm curious to see where Bar goes from here. I feel like they're not filming right now for the show, from my understanding. They wrapped filming just a couple of weeks. But I would not be shocked to find out that MTV sent a production crew out to Ashley, like during all this time, to get her feelings as to how she feels about all of this. Because they do that. Just like when Amber Portwood got arrested for DV against Andrew, they weren't filming, but they sent production out there to capture everything as it was happening. Sometimes they'll reenact stuff, but sometimes they'll send a crew out there right then to capture everything as it's freshly happening. So I am curious if we'll see that, if we will see, Ashley finding out that he's been released, how she feels, and how their relationship goes, how their relationship will work going forward, considering they do have Holly. I'm also curious to see where Barr is going to go. The way that his mom has talked about the network, I don't really see Barr returning to the show. I feel like he's really going to have to lean in on the people that he has, and that's going to be probably his mom. So I don't know where he was like. He's on probation, so he has to have an address somewhere. So I'm curious, like, where he's going to be living, if he's going to be living with his mom or, whatever. Either way, I'm curious to see what's going to happen with him. I really would be shocked for, if he returned back to the show. I could see him filming, like, right after getting out to just, like, defend himself. I could see that. I could see, like, them sending cameras out there to get him, like, getting out and him defending himself. I could say, yes, Colby, I'll actually do a video about that next. I did a TikTok video and a Facebook video, but I'll actually do a live stream about that after this one. I'm glad you brought that up. But anyways, you guys, leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you guys shocked to hear that Barr only served 7.5, 8 months for breaking and entering into Ashley's house, holding her captive, threatening her, and refusing to let her leave? 7.5, 8 months. Are you guys shocked to hear that? Leave me your thoughts. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you haven't yet. Make sure you like this video on the way out. And we'll come back to talk about Janelle Evans. Her and David's girlfriend, Kinley, had like a little Twitter battle the other day after the judge dismissed David Eason's trespassing and the violation of his TRO. The judge dismissed those charges. Janelle was not happy about it. But David and Kinley, obviously, they were happy about it. So Kinley made a post on X saying, like, praise God for good news, like, hallelujah. And Janelle responded saying, like, oh, he brought some BITCH to my house, whatever. Rebecca said, anybody else drunk tonight? I am. No, but man, maybe I should drink something with the way that my face is feeling. Not shocked. Our system is such a joke. Anyways, we'll come back to talk about that. On your way out, thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. Follow me on my other social media platforms if you don't yet. I would love to have you everywhere that I'm at. Follow me, and I will see you guys in the next one. And maybe give me like an hour. Bye, guys.